下一方已经把渣给拆了，
而且拆塔的速度非常的快。
西浅这一把玩的也是真的是非常的好，而且他们最后那个地方不知道下判断的是谁，但老干爹确实借由这一个偷家的判断，拿下了这个 BO3的第1局，现在反而是被大家看好的 OMG 被逼到了悬崖。
All right, everybody, welcome back. After all that craziness, I don't know what to say. Frostgrin, this is LGD about to go to Worlds. What is going on?
This is game, set, and match for the OMG Dream, and yeah, LGD in the prime position to take the 3rd seed at Worlds. The underdogs, the team that no one thought would make it this far. That said, I mean, we've said it over and over. PYL, veteran status on the team. If there's a guy that deserves to go to the world stage, certainly he's earned it.
Yeah, one of the few. Absolutely, and he has been a long time in coming for him. Several years in the scene, several teams. I mean, biggest accomplishment so far, the Tencent Games Arena has really been, Grand Prix has really been his biggest claim to fame. If he can make the World Championships with this current squad, that would be something to tell.
And I would love to see Wayless go to Worlds and participate against not just the other Chinese team, but the Koreans and the Western scene. But that said, OMG still definitely has a shot. Let's not sell them short. And even if this match ends with a 2-0, there's still another match after this. EDG will be playing Starhorn World Cup to see who gets 1st and 2nd seed for China.
Yep, and OMG, a lot of soul searching has to be done here. They are down in the hole, 1 game away from not making it to the World Championships. And with the way they tilted at the LPL Summer Finals, it's not surprising to see this kind of thing happen. But let's talk about the end of that game. How insane was that base race? No idea. They had an interruption on GoGoing's teleport, but why, oh why, didn't they try to get back before that?
It was a misuse of resources on OMG's side. The fact that both Drug and GoGoing to fight a 2-3 split like that, miscommunication. That's as simple it is. And GoGoing and Drug are the secondary and primary shot callers, so I'd be really curious to see what was happening in the comms there, but I assume GoGoing's like, just hold it, we'll take the inhib tower, and unfortunately the aggression and the speed from LGD, how many tower dives did we see, how many flawless charms did we see?
Yeah, amazing play from Wayless too. I think they have to consider the Ahri ban. Nonetheless, he can play a huge variety of champions as well. And the Talon pick sort of backfired. Yeah, he was able to get out of a lot of spots, but having to use his ultimate defensively meant that Cool could never become the assassin that he needed to be for his team.
And unfortunately, tonight really hasn't been Cool's night. He's been playing on the back foot. We haven't seen those standout games that he's known for. We keep saying, you know, this is a world-class mid laner, one of the best players in the world, and he hasn't lived up to that title.
Yeah, it's curious to see what happens in the clutch when they can't quite perform to the level that we've all come to expect from OMG. I mean, this is a team with a pretty huge chip on their shoulder, but we don't know what's eating them. That tilt is definitely a possible factor, and we'll see if they can't bring it back. LGD is a team that has been shown to be able to punish mental mistakes more so than mechanical mistakes.
LGD is very unique in that they will always play to the level of their opponent due to the nature of their play style. Again, it's very reactionary, like you said. It's always, if one thing happens, an effect happens immediately after. That's very LGD. They're a cerebral team. They're always thinking, okay, what is our best viable option, and then they execute that immediately. So, you know, when they play against Starhorn Royal Club, they play to that level. When they play against Invictus Gaming, they play to that level. And as you can see, when they play against OMG, they stepped up to the plate.
They just need to play every best team in the world, right?
Every best team in the
then
world.
They'll be perfectly fine. I mean, this seems like this is the perfect setup for them, of course. So if they can make Worlds, I mean, I'm curious to see how they'll do. Remember, this is a team that was 5th, 6th place, right in the middle to the bottom of the pack most of the entire summer.
Yeah, fair point.
I mean, this is incredible.
They have their, the things that have limited them have been their jungle, and you've said it throughout the match that we just saw. Twin, night and day performance from the beginning of the split to now. Looks like a completely different player. Again, very limited champion pool, did get a comfort pick, got that Elise, also has the Lee Sin pocket pick should he pull that out, but it hasn't been taken away from him. They haven't been punishing the weakness of LG's jungler. In fact, he thrived.
Yeah, he was doing amazing, and this is, we keep talking about it time and time again, but Chuen has stepped up in such a massive way, playing, doubling, tripling his champion pool, nearly coming. I mean, it's not to say, it may not be to say much, but Yeah, he hasn't touched Jarvan. He hasn't needed to go for Lee Sin. We'll see what they go for this time. You've got Orianna banned as well as Aurelia. OMG having to think about this.
I would expect to see Lee Sin pulled out from OMG right here. I think that they need to target a little bit at Chuen, although, like you said, finding a lot of success on that Elise, but they need to turn something around in the mid and the jungle synergy. Allen and Cool are not on the same wavelength.
Yeah, speaking of junglers, it really has been a tale of one on the rise and one on the downturn. I don't think I've seen anything really that impressive from Drug in the last 48 hours.
It's very unfortunate to watch the Yasuo ban being taken away. Cool not going to get to play that. Did get it earlier. Didn't mean anything for him, so...
Still respecting it, though. Despite the fact that he has been in a bit of trouble, LGD is smart enough to know... Yeah, I think that is the option here. I mean, Cool is scary on any number of assassins, and Ahri arguably fits, or definitely fits that mold. But they're really thinking about what they spend their last ban on. There's a lot of strong stuff on the field, and Maokai hasn't been taken away, which is a first this entire set.
Thresh being banned away. Dota 7, that would leave him really Braum in his comfort zone. Maokai, the last ban. What will be the first pick? Will they take the Ahri, or will they leave it up for Wayless?
They have to. I mean, this has been the big success. Oh, wow. Okay. That is a lot of trust, and I think that's going to be a mid-Zillion for Cool.
It's very smart. Zillion will be able to keep Ahri in the lane because as he gets more levels, when her roam becomes more effective, has that ultimate, he'll be able to just push her in, and it'll just be a farm fest in that mid lane. Likewise, if Ahri tries to find the 1v1 on Zillion, he can counteract her assassination with his ultimate.
Ooh, oh, I love this.
Immediately taken away.
Yeah, because Thresh being banned out means that Dota, his champion pool, has had some troubles as well. Even if he's looked better tonight as well, talk about players on the rise. And that might force them to go support Zillion. Ahri's still open, though.
I feel like this is a baited pick, though.
Yeah, they want it. I think Wayless is smart enough to be able to shut that down if they go for it. And there's the Rise lock-in. Probably for going, but they still have the option. And, ooh, what's this? Back to Evelyn.
See if he'll find a little bit more success on that jungle. I feel like he's just floundering for his options, and Lee Sin's been in front of him this entire time. Just really curious why OMG aren't going back to their strengths.
The Gragas being hovered right now. You can take it just about any time they want. Oh, hello. Juan says, guys, I've been playing really well on other champions. Can I please have Lee Sin this game? All right, fine.
It's like a treat. Guys, can I play it, please? Please.
He gets his Lee Sin. And that they're leaving the mid up. They want Cool to pick blind into this one. Now, does he go for the Rise or the Zillion, or do they pick the Ahri up?
It's going to be the Zillion.
Yep, there we go. Janus support now, along with the Kog'Maw. And this is a curious composition from OMG. Decent bit of shielding, but they're kind of going back to some basics.
Janna is like the easier Nami. Nami isn't a big pick, or I should say a powerful pick for China. There's very few players that can actually play her effectively.
Are you implying something about Dota there? Wait, what's this? the Blitzcrank cover. PYL. Okay, they're going to finally go back to the Ahri. This is... I think LGD won this pick ban. Just going to flat out say it.
They got everything that they wanted. Wayless gets to find... He gets to examine... Okay, I'm taking the Zillion. Can I kill it? Probably not. Could happen. He's going to have to kill it twice. Kill me. I'm just going to farm through the lane. Wayless loves to farm. He makes some champions and some builds entirely about just stacking as many creeps as he can and finding the success in the team fight.
Yeah. So with it ticking down now, we are going to have to see how OMG reacts to all of this. LG much in a comfortable spot. Something they haven't been used to, but we'll be taking a quick commercial break. When we load up, it could be the final game for OMG this year. And that's definitely something we didn't expect to hear. Guys, you are, of course, watching the Season 4 World Championship Qualifiers for China. We will be right back.
我这个时候去打龙正好，那避过了那个前期事实上自己己方阵容不够主动的问题，但他这个阵型，哇，我真的不知道伤害从哪来，然后没控啊这个阵容，哎，
他们基本上。
All right, we're back on to Summoner's Rift, game getting underway, and we do see the junglers looking for a bit of early action, but everybody else just trying to play it out as safely as they possibly can.
I expect OMG to be very cautious. A lot on the line. Should LGD win here, it is their trip to Worlds, and the dream is dead for OMG.
Yeah, it's a lot riding on this one. We'll see if they can't pull it off. More or less, LGD have to be feeling confident with the picks that they were able to receive, and I don't think they really have to come up with anything special here.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
I suppose
Did
that's
I get that one right?
the applicable phrase. No, I'll give you points for that.
Excellent.
Okay, so pretty normal starts. No shenanigans. I think OMG definitely learned the lesson from a few times past, so we'll see if they can't maybe play this one out a little bit safer. I feel like they should control the pace of the early game rather than trying to let LGD answer back with a lot of unbridled aggression.
I think this is smart from LGD, starting the top side jungle from both sides. They know that OMG is going to start opposite their bot lane to allow Son and Dota7 an easier time, or at least so they won't fall behind in that bot lane. This opens up a lot of possibility for either an invade or an early gank. And speaking of early gank...
Yep, here we go. That's going to be XQ and Son. Oh, he's low. Man, they are gunning for the cog. Had to spend no summoner heal, just chug that potion. Dota, he takes a lot of damage from POL as well. XQ, POL getting the bash on.
Abusing the early strength of level 1 Braum. That poke and the passive concussive blows. Now Twin in the mid lane.
Oh, here we go. Cool. Ooh, he has to burn his flash already. Meanwhile, down in the bot lane. More trades again. It's like the camera just knows there wasn't anything happening. Son, oh, summoner heal. Oh, they are really not giving him an inch to start this one off.
That's huge, though. That's 2 flashes down on the side of OMG. Immediately mid lane, bot lane. That's easy pickings, Twin, whichever lane he pleases.
Yep, here we go. Son, he's really having a hard time avoiding that damage from Lucian right now, and, well, it's not Name. That's the guy that can two-step and sidestep just about anything, but Son, he's really taken a bite out of his own health bar there just by not moving fast enough, even staying close to Dada's Janna. It's troubling for the OMG bot lane, and I think this is going to demand some attention from Leveling soon.
And the poke potential from Braum Lucian is just chipping away at this little Kog'Maw.
Yep, as we get a little bit of a lag in the game, we'll have to go. There we go, back to it. 17, Find and Go going. Wow, this game, pretty explosive to start for no first blood. These guys really want it. Loveling's going to find the counter jungle onto Chuen. Buff reset might be incoming. We'll have to find out in just a second. Oh, man, I'm on the edge of my seat here. Chuen, he's low. Loveling, can he get it? He does! He has enough damage! Buff reset complete! And the golems don't even answer on back. OMG manages the closest of outplays.
Superior collapse from OMG right there, which LGD was in position. The fact that they were so far pushed up said, yeah, you can invade. We're ahead in the bot lane. We'll be able to get to you before they do, and completely dropped the ball. So lack of communication between the jungle and the bot lane from LGD.
Yep, now Son and Dada have a bit of breathing space because they know Chuen won't be able to get in there to make anything happen. XQ and POL don't have to push super hard, though. Yeah, you want to shut down the cog, but, well, they're able to really push him in right now. He has been not starved for farm.
It's about finding these early snowballs, finding those jungle kills like they were trying to set up, although it didn't go in their favor, finding an early advantage, maybe pushing someone out, looking for an early dragon, and snowballing the Lucian from there.
Yep, as we get a little bit more lag coming in here, we'll have to see how it all shakes out. So far, the 1 kill, only in the pocket of Loveling, but I think he needed that. Kind of a confidence booster to say, yeah, I can still outplay Chuen. So at least there's that. And we're back in. Skill shots flying left and right. Wow, towers are like triple damage now. Is this
I think
Doombots?
Wayla's just exploding.
Oh, geez, way less. Goodbye. I'm not even sure how that happened.
happened in super speed.
In real time, yeah.
I think that was Drug just flexing his newfound first blood and that newfound confidence.
Yeah, you got 2-0 right now. This is OMG backed up against the wall. They do know how to play from behind. Again, they're a very smart team at recognizing little tiny things to take an advantage from. Going now, being chased out by 17 though. This is an early game Gragas with the bully potential, and he's in trouble. Has to back.
More importantly, 17 had the back advantage onto Going, has the double Doran's already set up, whereas Going was rocking a sweet Sapphire Crystal. Just gonna lock it out.
You know, it's shiny, but it's not gonna do much for you other than give you a little bit extra mana.
Has this tier now, so just about stacking that up, staying safe in the lane, does burn his teleport, so both teleports down for either top laner.
Mm-hmm. Well, with the double Doran start, too, you know 17 is going to have a little bit rougher later game now. Loveling was not spotted out. not quite within sight range for Wayless. Didn't go uninvisible, visible, I guess.
Visible.
Yeah, that's the word I'm
Unstealthed.
looking for. Unstealth. It's like a unnecessarily long word. Oh, Son, unnecessarily out of position, trying to get a little bit of farm, but there was no Janna. PYL with the zone has been so terrifying, but they've still not been able to keep Son from farming.
So all he's got to do is just hang on. Hang on, little buddy.
cog.
Get to late game.
Get nice and fed, then he can pop all day. Ooh, going, hello! He's not within tower range, though, and I don't know if 17 needed to spend the ult like that. Now, Drug is here, looking to try and set up a play. Going to find himself a sweet pink ward. That's 30 gold in your pocket. And PYL finding the Winter's Bite onto Son, but he's still finding the farm he needs. Son has been playing this out pretty smart. Got to give him props, and a little bit of help from his support Dada as well to speed him up. Doesn't avoid those skill shots, though.
It's also much easier to hit the CS under the tower, the crucial ones needed when you do have that Janna shield available to you.
Yeah, that's always nice. You can not worry too much about getting chunked out. And the Vamp Scepter early start has given him enough sustain to be able to maintain a lane. It might set him back, however, if he does want to... well, he's not going to be able to go the Trinity Force first, so now he's going for definitely the Blade of the Rune King. I feel like this is going to set their later game back just a little bit, though.
We'll see if he actually completes the Cutlass.
I think he just goes for the Vamp Scepter and then
going
moves
for the
it?
items.
Okay.
The flexibility on Kog'Maw is also what makes him a great pick.
All right,
And
that's
then
fair.
especially in China, the fact that he has the utility that he can also check brushes, check for sight, due to the lackluster wards that we've seen, particularly in this split.
Yeah, this set has not been incredibly good for warding. Starhorn actually was probably one of the smarter teams for the Vision game. OMG kind of falling a little flat. I feel like they're still kind of flustered despite coming out of the gates with a nice 2-0. It's all in the pockets of the jungler, though. Dada takes a bit of poke. Be very careful, but LGD's bot lane is also playing this out very conservatively.
And this is where OMG wants to be. They don't want to be too aggressive. A good power spike now comes to Kog'Maw since he has his level 6 ultimate available to him, which is immediately you see XQ and PYL backing off.
Yeah, Blue Steel. Nicely played out, by the way. Cool and doubling up on that one. And now the Evelynn is moving towards the bot side, maintaining a healthy distance here as they look to come in and maybe set up a play. They do have Dada 7 having to back away. Oh, this fight will happen as soon as the lag is over. I promise this is going to be crazy, but I don't know how it's going to end. I expect skill shots to fly left and right any second now.
There we go.
Oh, boom. Hello. We're back into it. Chuen's going to get himself a revenge kill, and XQ will answer one more onto Dada. So, 2 kills back in the pockets of LGD definitely means that OMG's early game is not quite as stable as they thought. Ooh, missed on the ultimate up top.
More importantly, Loveland had just taken the blue steel and then he immediately feeds that over, so buff transfer complete?
Yeah, I suppose, but at the same time, it's who is on is kind of important. Now, Chuen does not have mana, right? He's got the regen. I guess that helps a little bit for that.
It's all about the CDR.
Yeah, the CDR, but he's still not necessarily going to need it nearly as much as Wayless. Wayless could have used that quite a lot, and now you see Cool kind of getting his bully potential on, trying to chase Wayless out of lane, and he has been doing it.
He's got the points and enough levels to put those points in and the abilities that he can shove those waves effectively now, and that's really all it takes for Zilean. There's not much room for Wayless to do anything here. He understood that going in that it was going to be a farm fest lane, but OMG now pressuring the dragon, seeing if maybe they can get an early snowball going.
I think they should be able to take this one out. There's not a lot of answer. Whoa! They moved out of the range of Winter's Bite. Loveling nearly let that one through. I don't think it would have been enough, but they do find the dragon, and now OMG playing this out a little bit better early on. Here we go. Wow, yeah, that's a big bomb.
Damage.
It's like a double bomb right there. Oh, going in 17. We'll try to find an angle that they can bash each other in at, but this is going to be really, 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 I think, dangerous for both teams to try and take a straight fight in any situation in the near future. There's way too much uncertainty here. Whoa, what is going on in that top lane? Serious glitching. Chuen finds Loveland. Oh boy, back away.
That was the one of the best flashes I think I've ever seen. I think Gragas covered an entire lane right there.
Yeah, and then there was like a Lee Sin like sideways kick. It was like out of one of those really bad martial arts movies where the wires can be seen.
Just propelled through, carried on.
That's pretty much what this game is at this point. Chuen does not have his boots, but he does have completed... Well, neither does Loveland, but they do have completed their Lizard Elder,
Lizard
and
Elders.
this tower might go down. Oh, no, they're not going to follow up on it. Culling already spent by XQ trying to zone Sana, but he will stay alive and keep pushing that wave. Really good sustain on the Vamp Scepter, coming up with a pretty big utility for that item.
Yeah, has a lot of sustain in the lane, sitting on quite a fair amount of gold, though hasn't backed in, you know, a minute. We do see XQ going back, picking up the BF sword, so big power spike right there. And when this tower falls down, really that gold will just accomplish trading the early dragon that LGD lost. I'm very curious what XQ and PYL will choose to do as soon as they push this down, if they're maybe going to keep shoving in, can try to control vision around OMG's red buff area, maybe try to find picks, or if they're going to switch up into mid and help Wayless out, but speaking of getting helped out.
Uh-oh, XQ, he might have gone in the wrong spot now. We have Chuen coming in, trying to make a play onto him, but this is going to only end in everybody backing off. Well, maybe not. I think we're lagged again. We can't see the forest for the trees right now.
I'm just really enjoying my trip through the woods, the scenery.
Let's go with that.
The local scenery of Summoner's Rift.
Oh, man.
Is that birch?
I actually think it's pine.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Not mahogany?
No, rich mahogany.
That was mahogany.
Well, in all of that... Oh, nice reference. In all of that, I can't tell if Chuen died. I'm pretty sure he did.
I know it's still alive. It's the tower.
Yeah, they didn't manage to finish that one off. I mean, that got a little bit crazy in all of that. So, from here, OMG, I think they might need to really try to control the buffs more and more and more. So we got the one dragon, right? That's going to come up in, I don't know, about 3-4 minutes. They need to be able to do that again. And from here, I think they should be able to really make a push for maybe the mid. I think you said it really well when you were thinking, like, well, maybe LGD goes for this mid lane. I think OMG can actually do that.
OMG wants to prolong and extend their lane phase because they have 2 late game hyper carries. So they don't. I mean, they want Ryze to sit up in the lane. They want San to just sit down there. I think it's much more about LGD to make proactive moves and try to find their gold and their power spike earlier through global objectives as opposed to sitting out and just playing the game that OMG wants. Because, frankly, LGD hasn't found a lot of success in these ganks and in these early pickings.
Yeah, but OMG has been able to maintain a slight lead in all of that. So, bringing back up to state with the craziness, they did not manage to take the tower out. LGD are now just moving their way around, kind of trying to protect all their flanks while they secure up buffs in their own jungle, but OMG's really trying to make plays, and I think they might have left a few gaping spots towards this mid. Way less able to push them off, though.
But notice little Caterpillar, Kog'Maw, and Ryze returning to their lanes. That's where I expect to see them.
Grow nice and big and strong. Oh boy, oh, down goes the Zillion, but can't Killian cool. Oh, maybe you can. PYL coming in. Teleport now. 17 is going to make this a 5-man party, or is he? Cancels it. Up in the top lane. Going now has that advantage on him, and LGD tries to make a power play. Gets foiled by OMG. They will go for this mid right now. It's shielded up by the Janna. Here comes Loveling into the picture. He is being chunked out really hard. Kicked back, and down he goes. XQ managing to find himself that one while all that damage was tanked by Chuen. Ignite as well. Not going to result in the kill. OMG just not coming up with the fights they need. XQ now going to be able to get out of there. Here comes going for the flank. Will they be able to find it? Chuen away less low. XQ is lower, and he goes down to Cool's bomb on his head. Meanwhile, going, continuing to duke it out, finds Chuen. Gets charmed up. Way less and PYL are there, but this is a terrifying Ryze. I think this is the trump card that OMG needs, is just let the Ryze roll.
That's the resume Ryze. Oh!
Oh, hello. Going, maybe not. He's gone. Way less gets him off a little bit of help from the explosive cask.
Beautiful explosive cask placement to knock him back in there and secure up that kill. Can we talk about how Drug actually flashed back into the glacial fissure?
Yeah, that was... I feel like he expected it to go a different direction, and then when that happens, that's when he, like, just facepalm, like, ugh. That feel...
That was pretty unfortunate. They do manage to save the tower, though LGD got a fair bit of damage right there. Should take another minion rotation and a stiff breeze to take that down, should LGD continue to push forward for it.
Yep, here we go. Okay, so... At this point, OMG have shown that they're able to take fights and take picks more importantly, finding the LGD's overcommitments and able to take that. So LGD still, I feel like, the stronger 5v5 team, but the scaling is and time is on OMG's side. So let's see if they can translate this into something a little bit bigger.
Dragon is going to be spawning in 3 seconds, will be the next big point of contention for either of these teams. Do have the double sight stone coming out from LGD because they did take the Lee Sin jungle, see if they can get the superior vision control.
Yep, LGD. Oh, wow, okay, so Minion finally going to grab that one in the bot side now. LGD looking for this dragon. They should be able to take it. Loveling was not quite in position, and I don't think he would have wanted to attempt the steal. Didn't have a flash up anyways, and I don't think they're really able to do much more for that. OMG kind of just hanging on to this slight lead that they have.
Again, OMG just giving away free objectives or refusing to put themselves in power play to contest them. Going will trade the top tower for the dragon, but LG's knocking on the inhibitor, or excuse me, the mid tower door.
Inhibitor, yeah, that'd be a little early for that. Whoa, they're going to find Cool, and he is surely going to go down. Unless he gets Cillian ulted. We'll have to find out on the next episode.
Find out next time.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead if he's not by now. That should be enough damage to knock him over. So right now LGD is
dead.
yeah, well, that's a lot of chunk right there. There we go. He gets his ult off, but he will come back up. This is actually just enough time for Loveling to make some plays. Son is in the picture now, too. LGD might have overcommitted this. Oh, my goodness, they're all starting to fall down. Flat, PYL, everybody, Chuen, XQ, 17 on the run. I don't think he lives through this. Bomb goes down on his head, and that's another pickup. It ends up going over to Son, and PYL, way less, limping away. OMG. It was all that time. Zillion was stalling out, quite literally.
Diving towers against Zillion, although Cool.
He's
locked up by
not
Charm
going
here.
himself now. He's
fine.
okay. They don't have the follow-up damage. That was LGD overcommitting hugely.
Exactly, and putting too many resources and too many cooldowns to just completely countered by Zillion ult.
Yeah, massive, massive misplay. And as a result, OMG extends that lead they have a little bit better now. Way less with the double S looking for a play, see if he can't make it. But I'm not too excited to, or I'm not too happy to see how LGD's really been doing. They're trying to force these things, and they keep getting burned for it.
They have a very small window of relevance. Yeah, it feels like it's very forced, but they understand, you know, our power spike is starting here, and it can pass, and it will pass. We're still competing against a Rise, against a Kog'Maw, against the Zillion pick late game. So, you know, we need to act. We need to find this snowball through these global objectives.
Yep, now they should finally get this tower in just a moment. They do get the charm up onto Loveling. Whoa, that's quite a lot of people chasing you down. Way less, gotta be careful. Bombs on his head, ignites down, he goes down. Loveling is gonna run up right to XQ, Rune Prison down, and that is going to be dead carry in just a moment. Delay timer it is. So they managed to take him down, and Loveling comes right back up because of Cool's Chrono Shift, and that is gonna be OMG. Taking the better fights, the smarter fights, and they're making a statement for themselves. We want to go to Worlds. They're just going to have to keep this up to do it.
Just brute forcing their way down to this mid lane. See how much damage, or if they're going to be able to pull out this tower. Don't think so. We do have Chuen looking for the flank.
Yeah, he's going to try to get a kick off onto somebody. Oh, he's not going to get the chance. Nice Rune Prison. Go Going says you can't try it. Not in this house. Chuen, he will kick back Go Going. Meanwhile, PYL takes a lot of damage. So does Cool from the tower. And they have stalled out for just a minute, but Son takes himself a free push in the top side. They have a split push Kog'Maw, and it's working.
LTD now suddenly on the back foot, however. The miscommunication between the Dragon Rage and the Gragas cast, those ultimates weren't used together. Chuen actually kicked Go Going completely out of the damage threat of Gragas.
Yeah, that was a little bit curious, and I think it was just a frustration maneuver. Just get out of here, and that was not what you want to see from a team that has been kind of surging in the way they've been able to play. I feel like Chuen just shouldn't play Lee Sin at this point. It seems to be bad luck.
It was going so well for him in the beginning of the split.
I know, right? Well, he had a really good win rate on it. I mean, reasonably.
Win conditions for LGD are to make a pick, which they might find here.
Oh, they might. Loveling doesn't realize he checked into a pink ward. Way less. Trying to dash away. Spirit Rush on. Chuen might be able to find him. He does, but it's going to be another Chrono Shift. How frustrating is that? You get the pick off only to have to go right back in again. Way less having to burn his ult.
And that's really the story of this game. We talk about the win conditions and where LGD is strong right now. It's in their pick potential, particularly on Wayless's Ahri, and he picked the Ahri into the Zillion. He knew this going in, that this lane is already going to be a wash, it's going to be straight even farm fest, but now into this late game, I'm not even able to play the play style on the champion that I want because I get chrono shifted every single time.
Yeah, LGD is just trying to play the pick game. It's just not working out. And this Zilean choice was really turning out to be a super smart thing for these teams. So we'll have to see if it does end up resulting in a win for them. Right now, LGD just trying to get a little bit more control in the enemy jungle.
Do you manage to take away the blue buff, although Son got the small minion? Consolation prize.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah, of course. You got to get that little extra 8 gold, right? Oh, cool. Takes a Winter's Bite poke. XQ. Doesn't get his back canceled by leveling, but... talk about the OMG jungle, though, because he really has managed to pull out the stops in this particular game. 4-3-3 on it, and he's been every which way.
When he got into the game against Invictus Gaming the other day, or into the lobby, Kid asked him about his name, was like, Loveling, ? And Drug's response is, what can I say? I'm a very charismatic guy.
Oh, wow, Chuen stuck doing the two-step for just a second. That's what happens when you play dubstep before a stream. It's dangerous. Son now. Ooh, he might get caught. Oh, no! Wow! Perfect maneuver by Son to save himself from being insect. Wayless, meanwhile, trying to make a play onto Cool, but he might find himself in a bad spot. Loveling chasing him down here. Wayless is low. PYL with the zone, but he might eat a lot of damage for it.
Mechanical misstep from Wayless. Put the Deathfire Grasp, missed the charm. Fight's not over, though.
No, it's not. 17 trying to make a play, but Dada going to get the zone out with the Janna ult. Perfect positioning, but XQ, he's exhausted. Do they have enough damage in the tank? 17 is low. They will be able to find Dada 7. And the ult goes down onto Go-Going, but they don't even go for him. So LGD finding the fight just barely, but they do pay with it for, or they do pay for it with quite a lot of health damage. And they do get a tower in the mid. So, well done
Good collapse and teleport from 17. Does transition into the tower. See if they can also rotate towards the dragon.
They are a little bit low, but I think that OMG just hasn't caught that second win yet. So they're going to have to give this one up. LG playing this out. Very scared, though. You see they were already getting ready to back off, trying to defend that mid tower, but OMG scattered, not collecting for an objective. And this looks kind of like the tilt that we saw them play on last game.
The issue is that OMG needs to use the power of their composition and fight as 5. They don't want to have these skirmishes. Again, it's almost a protect the Kog'Maw comp, and that doesn't work in 3v3s or 2v2s, whereas, again, LGD, it's about the pick composition, utilizing the mobility of their champions. They like this skirmish play. They want to find an uneven footing where OMG can't utilize the chrono shift in the best way that they want. So they're going to keep rotating around the map, trying to find these really quick engagements or these collapses, whereas OMG just need to group up and cover their flanks.
Yeah, OMG can fight a lot better than they have. To be honest, LGD very smart to find those tiny little windows that they can act on. And despite the fact that Dada was doing a really excellent job with the ult separating all of LGD on a Monsoon, they still were able to find him and force the rest of OMG to back off. Now they have a little bit more pressure on their side, clearing out wards in and around the Baron pit. But OMG pinging all over the place, looking to try and take a fight here. Loveling will find Wayless and PYL. Here's Dada. He gets charmed up, though. Loveling, he's low. He's gone. XQ getting the kill on that one. And LGD with the reversal will find themselves at least one. Chuen getting the kick onto Cool. They should be able to find him. He goes down, but he'll come back up in just a second. Chuen tanking all the damage. Nicely timed charm. Cool is low. Son gonna get Chuen on the back foot. PYL trying to run it out. Wayless is down. He is low. He's out of there. And that's Go-Going answering right on back to XQ. PYL comes back into the fight. Great personal risk in 17 with no health bar to speak of. Tanking one more, too, for XQ, who finds himself another kill. Son going in. It's only the 80 carry and support. Not anymore. That's the ace. And it's OMG coming up with the 3 for 5.
And this is exactly what we were talking about. LGD needed the numbers disadvantage. They needed to find the pick. It was an untimed charm on Wayless' side. He didn't get it just as the chrono shift came up, and it allowed Cool to get more bombs off, get more damage off. No one touched Son in the back, just running amok, completely tearing through LGD. They found the 5v5 that they wanted. Cool was a little bit late. Allen gets picked off here.
Yeah, Wayless. He nearly got beat down, but yeah, Allen just overcommitted, and the team wasn't quite there. Go-Going was able to get a little damage onto PYL, who kind of had second thoughts about coming back in. But here you go, what you're talking about, Zilean going down, and they just mistime it. Actually, they do get the charm, but it didn't matter because the interrupt comes in.
It looked like he walked away from it.
No, he walked sideways because he was trying to walk towards the Ahri, right?
But look at Son here, just completely untouched, full health.
Protect the Cog. They don't even need to. He's just two-stepping everything. Now there's some damage, but XQ then immediately turns on a go-going, and I think that was a mistake. PYL didn't need to get involved in this again. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of damage, but he just couldn't get the outplay. Perfect knock-up from Dada. And meanwhile, oh, I think we've seen this before.
Weren't we just here, guys?
I thought it was the replay again. Oh, Loveling. Oh, nice flash away. Chuen is low. That is going to be Loveling going down, though. Perfectly timed 17 with the explosive cast going in for round number 2. But this is a 4v5. OMG very confident they can take this one. I don't know if they should be. They're going to find an answer somewhere. Wayless, he's low. Can Cog get the damage? Son is going really hard. Finds PYL. It is a 2-4-1 so far. And it's going, finding 17, making that a 2-for-2 even number. Top lane and jungle exchange for top end support. Chuen is going to go very low. Zillion ult out. Cool is Dada on the chase, and he blows him up. That's Cool coming up with another kill. These fights are going haywire again.
Son coming up huge, though, definitely the carrier that team fight again. That Kog'Maw left untouched, just pounding away in the back. And he was actually standing on 3 wards, too, so they knew exactly what was happening.
Oh, yeah. That was...
Look at that side river
Yep.
brush. That is 20/20 vision in there.
I don't think the teams have enough wards in it, if you want to ask me.
It's 3D.
Yeah, it was really curious that they popped all those down right at the start of that fight. So Baron is going to continue to be fought over objective, but OMG now has that lead and the confidence to be able to do this. On the back of Son, 7-0, perfect Kog'Maw game for him.
More importantly, they need to have the vision control. We do see 3 pink wards in OMG's inventory. It's now about placing that and clearing it out effectively. They have the 4 sweepers available as well as the Oracle's trinket.
Oh,
I just feel like both teams
Wow.
are vying for this Baron.
Loveling. Just cheeky little blue steel right there. Okay, so it's kind of like can you one-up the other team more, right? That seems to be what this game's turned into. The issue is LG still playing like they can take 5v5s, and at this point, I don't think they can.
They can if they lock down that Kog'Maw. It's about
but they
prioritizing
haven't
the
been
correct
doing it.
cooldowns. They keep going for the Zillion, or they're eating into a Chrono shift. They have to, again, they have to make a pick.
That's true. Now, Loveling is making a move around the side here with the rest of the team going coming up in this. LGD trying to make an angle of engage work for them. Going's got a bomb. He's running in, trying to get that one off. It won't be enough damage. Won't be enough range even. So LGD playing this one out very cautiously, but they're ceding ground in their own jungle right now, and OMG looking to set up for the Baron. Oh, they find Chuen. Oh no, he's caught. Safeguard away. Staying safe with the Unbreakable. Coling comes out, but that is a lot spent just to make sure the jungler doesn't go down.
See the teams both looking at each other. OMG, like we said, has the superior vision control. They expended their pinks, actually pulling the Baron.
Okay, back away. I think they were going to see if they could keep zoning a little bit harder, but now they're giving up a lot. There is a wave pushing top and bot that LGD has to deal with very soon, but they're not too keen to back away from this Baron pit.
They do send 17. Now Son on the vicious chase.
Son in the front line. That is going to be quite a lot of damage. Wayless with the Spirit Rush. He can just barely make it out with all 3 ticks of it. Holy damage. OMG gets a target in their sights, and they don't let go. Teleport now into the mid. 17 trying to get to the party really quickly. Doesn't even want to walk the long way around. PYL is low in this one as the siege commences. So is Loveling. However, see if Braum is as unbreakable as his abilities would suggest.
Huge mistake right there, burning the teleport. I mean, it may have saved them their mid tower, but now it's up to OMG. They have this information. 17 teleport is down. A pressure point is being created on the bottom side of the map. If and when they see him, that's a numbers advantage to either, call the Baron or force a fight.
Yep, now Cool with the back. This is going to prompt LG to try and clear out a little bit more vision in the Baron pit. Dada going to be able to get his sweep on right now. Answering back a little bit too. Yeah, with that crucial piece of information, they have a window of time that they can act on this to try and force a fight. So 17 has to stay with the team. I feel like they should just send Going to split this.
Yeah, they need to use Going and abuse the teleport advantage.
The waves are being pushed away by LGD, so OMG is not really right now doing this. This is the point of the game where mistakes become less and less tolerated. OMG, I feel like, needs to make this aggressive move, but they're playing it very measured right now, and I don't think that's merited.
I think it was a poor back they didn't lose anything for it, but I feel like they could have gained much more than the items and the purchases that they made.
Well, they still got some time on their hands.
Well, the power spec that they got, like, XQ expended his way bottom right there. The issue is, of course, though, that they don't have like a true hard engagement, like you have a Leona Solar Flare or anything like that. You have an Evelyn ultimate, but Eve needs to find a flank for that to be effective.
Well, and LGD is, to their credit, playing.
CC.
They're playing incredibly well to avoid being completely caught out. Like, even in the worst case scenario, Chuan gets nearly picked, Wayless gets nearly picked. They get away. They have enough disengage.
It's the mobility.
Yeah. And OMG, yeah, they don't necessarily need to take 5v5s, though. They have enough strength in skirmishes to be able to just make this happen. So they are finally sending going top. 17 is trying to answer, but he's trying to also pull away. Here's Loveling. Oh, there's the flank. XQ has to burn both summoners to get away. Teleport now from Rise, and the fight is on. Loveling kicked all the way back. Wayless trying to zone with his Orbit Deception and the Charm. Going dodges out both of them, but now this mid tower is going to be under fire. They are just tanking the aggro from it. Coling comes on. That's going to make his scatter. Back off of that one. And LGD once again saving everything. Just barely. OMG coming in for round 2. Can they take this tower out? The siege is not nearly as strong as it looked at first glance, and LGD will be able to defend that. So OMG foiled again.
OMG picked the wrong pressure point. They sent going top. He burned his teleport, so they lost the TP advantage right there. He should have been bottom. They shouldn't have backed when they did, took advantage of XQ being on the bottom side of the map. And then the bigger issue is when they do get an advantage, they find some sort of engage. Yes, LGD is able to disengage, but they get a health advantage. They completely throw away their tower because they have Janna tank the aggro as opposed to, you know, effectively putting it on a tank.
Yeah, that was a little bit curious from them. And now LGD looking to take a fight here. Chuan, oh no, he goes down immediately. Son answering with that one, and the rest of the team with the burst. They are going on the offensive now. Big Gragas Barrel comes out to try and zone the team, but it may not be enough. PYL in the front line. He has got a lot of HP, but it's not going to be nearly enough to stay alive. Wayless will fall down as going. Comes back up thanks to Cool's Chrono Shift 17, dashing away from the damage, but Son still on the chase, making him flash. He's not got enough. XQ, they're turning onto him now. Son and going double time for the kill, and it's only 17 left alive. OMG is chasing this victory so hard, but they don't have the minion wave. Oh no, Dada gets executed. I don't think she forecast that one.
No, but OMG, she should have seen it coming. OMG's like, oh, Dada tanks towers. That's how that works, right?
The one mistake in all of that was letting Janna tank the tower. I feel like they still took a much better fight, but they could have had an inhib there.
I mean, OMG effectively fumbled the last 2 minutes away by just not rotating properly, but Chuan, good guy for OMG right there, immediately feeds into the OMG vision control jungle. Goes a little too overzealous, doesn't find the knockback, and just gets exploded. I mean, luckily they lost, you know, just one key objective and not everything.
If you were to go open a dictionary and then search the term hero, I think Chuan, well, yeah, way less, to a lesser degree. Chuan would definitely fit the bill right there. Now, this gives a lot of breathing space to LGD to clear out that Baron pit. Yeah, OMG, despite taking the better fights, they just can't capitalize on anything. They haven't been able to get any damage because of a series of unfortunate mistakes on their part. And now here we go once again, Wayless. Oh, LGD, they're still looking for a fight if they can get one. It is going to be the full 5-on-5. Son rushing to the rescue, so is OMG. Oh, so is going. He's coming around the side. PYL, Chuan, he's got the bomb on his head. Actually, it's PYL. They both got one. PYL trying to tank it all up. He's stunned up. This is going to be the crazy fight that might determine this Baron. Loveling is low. PYL staying alive. Finally falls down. Wayless coming in. Can't get enough damage out to pick off. Chuan is completely dead weight as he's not able to do anything but back away from this. But OMG are slowly pushing this forward. Wayless going down, Loveling staying alive, and Chuan is got a blinking health bar, so does 17. Bomb on the head of Chuan, 17 dashing over the wall. I don't think they've got enough in the tank to kill him, but Cool is certainly going to try. He gets one more, and it's Son that ends up getting it with the living artillery, moving up to the top. They don't have the wave to siege yet again, though, and OMG, can they take anything from this? It doesn't look like it.
They will fall back to the Baron. There was two brilliant moves that happened in that team fight, which allowed it to go so far in OMG's ways, although Lee Sin is up and OMG are pulling this Baron, so it's technically a 50-50.
Wow, Loveling gets the Zillion Chrono Shift just because he's so low. That's trouble. And it actually goes away before Baron even finishes him off. So this is super dangerous right now. I think they have to back off of this one. Oh my goodness. Are we going to see the Baron throw? He gets the steal! Chuan coming in for it! He's going to sacrifice his life, but hashtag worth! And LGD comes up with the Baron steal.
Okay, so the #1 error right there was the fact that Dota 7 canceled out the Zillion ultimate, which he put the Janna shield on top of the Zillion ultimate, so the execute didn't come in time, which means that Evelyn wouldn't get the bonus.
That's one of those mistakes that you just
pull off of the Baron, allowing Lee Sin to get into the back and to find the smite steal. Oh wow!
Spam your fail fishes, OMG. That's all you can say is OMG. LGD is right back in this. They're down 10,000 gold, but it doesn't mean much when your opponents are making mistakes like that. They've got Baron on 4 members, and Chuen, how about going hero? He sacrificed for a cause.
That said, all it really does is it puts a pause on the bleeding of LGD. They're still very far behind, almost 10k gold behind in this deficit. 35 minutes, they're in a composition that doesn't scale as well. So yes, they got the Baron, but will it save their game?
Oh, it's hard to say at this point. OMG, they honestly could have closed this game. I feel like they would have gotten an inhibitor or 2 at this point, snowballed ahead, if they had just gone with the wave, kept the siege up. I mean, their comp is not helping them out in this particular situation. Their hard engage just simply isn't there. But these key mistakes, and such a little thing to completely forget in the heat of the moment, Dota 7 really mucking up that Baron for OMG allowed LGD to sneak in.
I will say something about OMG's hard engage potential. Yes, they don't have any true hard CC, but after examining some of their team fights, again, the versatility that Zillion allows, not just in the global context, but in LPL specifically with those speed-ups. How terrifying is a Rise when it has Tailwind and a Zillion speed-up running at you?
Yeah, he just goes in kind of full sprint, and then all of a sudden your health bar's gone. But it doesn't mean much if all they can get is that second outer tier. They will get the split push on, and LGD really struggling to hang on to this inhibitor tower, but they have been able to defend it time and time again. Can they do it in a 5v5 situation with 4 members with the Baron buff? LGD waiting in the back of that, and here we go. Fight will not start. Ooh, this siege is actually starting to look pretty good for OMG right now. Got to be careful though. Loveling eats a charm.
War of attrition, however, they're trying to push into the region of the Baron. So yes, you're getting decent poke down from Cool. Although, actually, I think they might force PYL. Yep, they got it.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, the tower's gone. Okay, there we go. PYL. Oh, no. That's the Rune Prison. Goodbye. Back to Fountain for a few more seconds. Going gets charmed up, but he moves right back on in. How about those race car wheels he's putting on? LGD looking to try and disengage this one. A lot of burst damage being dealt. Gragas, it's not nearly enough. XQ, half his health is gone. Chuen, he's down. Baron buffer, no. OMG is moving this one on forward. They're not even going for the inhibitor. Finally turn back around and say, oh, we haven't taken this thing yet. Let's go and get this one and get out. 1 for 2 trade, and OMG finally breaks the wall.
Will fall back into LGD's jungle, make sure it's a 1-2 punch, take every available resource and try to starve LG out. Again, their composition just isn't working for them. OMG is too far ahead.
Yeah, simply not able to do anything to answer back on that. So it will be OMG finally breaking through, but can they close this game? So many mistakes being made, and it's not comforting knowing that they are still 1 game away from not going to the World Championships. Or going.
Should see them
Take
return
your pick.
back, spin their items. Again, Baron won't be up for quite a bit, so about taking care of those pressure points created by the minion waves on their map, pushing everything at least past to the river.
I hate when that happens. Discover somebody in the bush and you get an attack off and it's like, oh, it doesn't connect. Get the ghost.
Too late.
Yep.
The next easiest objective on the map for OMG is going to be that 2nd tier top tower.
Yeah, that's probably something that they could just 5-ban at this point. I feel like OMG is able to force these engagements. It has looked so close, though, and it's really just been the pick-off siege. Machine Gun Kog'Maw, 15-0. I mean, Son, for a guy that is considered the weak link of the chain, how about the step-up he's been doing this game? Absolutely perfect, and he hasn't even needed that much protection now. Going, gets caught out. The insect kick forces him to flash away, and LGD might be able to answer back with a mid-tower of their own, but they'll have to march through a whole wave of super minions to do it.
OMG just not able to group quickly enough, and LGD, if you give them an inch, take a mile, ram that down mid and take a free tower.
Yep, and it's actually even better than that. It forced OMG to back away from the split, and I feel like they could have just kept going, because by the time they were backing, it had already evaporated, and the rest of the team was leading the charge. So Home Guard boots a run, and LGD is able to push the minions off the towers and continue to defend. However, OMG is mobilizing towards this mid lane right now.
Their Baron buff has also expired, so there goes the extra strength and regen for these fights.
Yep. OMG still confident to take this, but LGD mobilizing a really good defense here. I feel like the time is running out for them, though. Chuan's effectiveness is not going to be that great in this later stage of the game, 40 minutes in, and he's actually checking into a brush. Whoa, safeguard away. Yep, abort mission. Ward is not cleared.
Have to be very careful. Should just be a slow and steady siege from OMG here, although San actually ripping through this tower, so never mind.
Yeah, they have to bat. No, let's speed it up just a little bit. It goes down, and OMG has nothing but inhibitor turrets, inhibitors, and Nexus towers, keeping them from their first win in this series. Can they take it? Colin comes out trying to zone him off, but it just tickles San, and he laughs it off. That is a huge Kog'Maw right now. I think it's safe to say he can spread those wings anytime he wants. Inhibitor tower number 1 starting to go down, and they are just tanking the aggro.
Pressure point being created in the mid lane.
Yeah, LGD
it's all
is,
about...
Ooh, 17. Jeez, the burst is getting real right now. PYL moving to defend, but this tower may not last much longer. And you're right, the mid lane is starting to become a problem. Can they defend this? Can they take the fight? Chuan's going to make it happen. Cool, he's caught up, he's got the ult off, but he's not going to be in the fight for just a second. Chuan trying to run away. Oh my goodness, the ultimates come out left and right, moving the displacement. Monsoon saving the life of OMG. PYL going down. A Cathian surprise. Finally, down goes the Kog'Maw, but will it be enough? 17 trying to make the play. Going, gone. And they trade 3 for 3. And the super minions are in the mid lane. LGD run, back to defend the base. That is exactly what OMG wanted.
Dada7 actually.
Well, maybe not that.
Oh, he stalls out Wayless.
Oh, wow. They lose the last Nexus turret, and it is completely exposed. So even though the fight just barely turned in favor of LGD, miraculous defense, the super minion wave forced them to give up 2 towers.
LGD unloaded on San, caught out that Kog'Maw and deleted him from the map right there.
I mean, you
good
can't
move
say...
on Dada7 though on the back half of the fight to stall Wayless and to allow the second Nexus tower to go down. That is an open Nexus. The inhibitor will be coming up soon, so a bit of a bright spot for LGD right there, but Baron is up and in play.
Yep. 1 death now for San, 1 death also for Cool, and wow, LGD... Oh my goodness, they want to 2-man this Baron. This is too bold right now. Desperation fully kicking in. Cool there to defend it for just a moment, but they can't quite chase him out. That Zillion is moving around so quickly. Colin comes out. Oh, Cool, he's low. He has to get away from there. Barrel comes out. Oh, he gets him! Didn't expect that one. And they will get the snipe going straight for the Baron right now. And this could be a pickup. However, it's really low. Yeah, they managed to finally take it before Lovelink can get in there. Oh, Chuan. Wait for me, guys. They will have to get back to base defending as soon as they possibly can. So they sneak themselves out a Baron, get themselves a kill onto Cool as well. XQ is low, though he'll fall down. No more Baron buff for him. Chuan, he can't go anywhere, and that's San picking himself up another kill. They can't even back in time. And LGD, they have 3 members to try and defend this last inhibitor. Can they do it? I don't think so.
What seemed to be an amazing turn from LGD was stalled out by poor back decisions. We have PYL approaching now.
He is really putting up a nice front here, but I don't think it's going to last much longer. We have seen him getting bursted down 1,000,000 times now, and this is no different. He is running as fast as he can to get away from this one. Inhibitor could go down quite easily now. Dada's going to pick up that kill. OMG making a statement for themselves, and it looks like we just might be going to a game number 3. OMG moving on forward. Wayless, he gets blown up. 17 trying to answer back, but he doesn't have the damage. Down he goes, zoned out of his own base, and they are going to take this game, to take this best of 3. It will be 1 more to decide who will be another seed at Worlds.
So close right there. LGD had it in their grasp and they threw it away with an untimely back. The Nexus towers falling, Dada7 stalling out Wayless, all led to OMG being able to squeak by with this one. Came out strong, but started to stall out. That was far closer for OMG's comfort right there.
Yeah,
San,
that
though,
was...
what, 16-1 on Kog'Maw?
It's so strange that he has stepped up when the rest of the team has kind of started to wear a little thin here. But OMG, gotta be worried for them. They shouldn't have even been in this position to begin with. Still 1 game from not making the World Championships, but also 1 game away from getting it all. So this is all that matters going forward. Can they pull out the last game, or will LGD's strategy overwhelm them?
charms did we see?
Yeah, amazing play from Wayless, too. I think they have to consider the Ari ban. Nonetheless, he can play a huge variety of champions as well. And the Talon pick sort of backfired. Yeah, he was able to get out of a lot of spots, but having to use his ultimate defensively meant that Cool could never become the assassin that he needed to be for his team.
And unfortunately, tonight really hasn't been Cool's night. He's been playing on the back foot. We haven't seen those standout games that he's known for. We keep saying, you know, this is a world-class mid laner, one of the best players in the world, and he hasn't lived up to that title.
Yeah, it's curious to see what happens in the clutch when they can't quite perform to the level that we've all come to expect from OMG. I mean, this is a team with a pretty huge chip on their shoulder, but we don't know what's eating them. That tilt is definitely a possible factor, and we'll see if they can't bring it back. LGD is a team that has been shown to be able to punish mental mistakes more so than mechanical mistakes.
LGD is very unique in that they will always play to the level of their opponent due to the nature of their playstyle. Again, it's very reactionary, like you said. It's always, if one thing happens, an effect happens immediately after that. Worlds and participate against not just the other Chinese team, but the Koreans and the Western scene. But that said, OMG still definitely has a shot. Let's not sell them short. And even if this match ends with a 2-0, there's still another match after this. EDG will be playing Starhorn World Cup to see who gets first and second seed for China.
Yep, and OMG, a lot of soul searching has to be done here. They are down in the hole, one game away from not making it to the World Championships. And with the way they tilted at the LPL Summer Finals, it's not surprising to see this kind of thing happen. But let's talk about the end of that game. How insane was that base race? No idea. They had an interruption on GoGoing's teleport, but why, oh why, didn't they try to get back before that?
It was a misuse of resources on OMG's side. The fact that both Drug and GoGoing to fight a 2-3 split like that, miscommunication. That's as simple as it is. And GoGoing and Drug are the secondary and primary shot callers, so I'd be really curious to see what was happening in the comms there, but I assume GoGoing's like, just hold it, we'll take the inhib tower, and unfortunately the aggression and the speed from LGD, how many tower dives did we see, how many flawless, very LGD, they're a cerebral team, they're always thinking, okay, what is our best viable option, and then they execute that immediately. So, you know, when they play against Starhorn Royal Club, they play to that level. When they play against Invictus Gaming, they play to that level, and as you can see, when they play against OMG, they stepped up to the plate.
They just need to play every best team in the world, right?
Every best team in the
then
world.
They'll be perfectly fine. I mean, this seems like this is the perfect setup for them, of course. So if they can make Worlds, I mean, I'm curious to see how they'll do. Remember, this is a team that was 5th, 6th place, right in the middle to the bottom of the pack most of the entire summer.
Yeah, fair point.
I mean, this is incredible.
They have their, the things that have limited them have been their jungle, and you've said it throughout the match that we just saw. Twin, night and day performance from the beginning of the split to now. Looks like a completely different player. Again, very limited champion pool, did get a comfort pick, got that Elise, also has the Lee Sin pocket pick should he pull that out, but it hasn't been taken away from him. They haven't been punishing the weakness of LG's jungler. In fact, he thrived.
Yeah, he was doing amazing, and this is, we keep talking about it time and time again, but Chuan has stepped up in such a massive way playing
下一方已经把渣给拆了，
卢锡安拆塔的速度非常的快。
西浅这一把玩的也是真的是非常的好，而且他们最后那个地方不知道下判断的是谁，但老干爹确实借由这一个偷家的判断，拿下了这个 BO3 的第一局，现在反而是被大家看好的 OMG 被逼到了悬崖。
All right, everybody, welcome back. After all that craziness, I don't know what to say. Frostgrin, this is LGD about to go to Worlds? What is going on?
This is game, set, and match for the OMG Dream, and yeah, LGD in the prime position to take the 3rd seed at Worlds. The underdogs, the team that no one thought would make it this far. That said, I mean, we've said it over and over. PYL, veteran status on the team. If there's a guy that deserves to go to the world stage, certainly he's earned it.
Yeah, one of the few. Absolutely, and he has been a long time in coming for him. Several years in the scene, several teams. I mean, biggest accomplishment so far, the Tencent Games Arena has really been, Grand Prix has really been his biggest claim to fame. If he can make the World Championships with this current squad, that would be something to tell.
And I would love to see Wayless go to World.
Doubling, tripling his champion pool, nearly. Coming, I mean, it's not to say, it may not be to say much, but Yeah, he hasn't touched Jarvan. He hasn't needed to go for Lee Sin. We'll see what they go for this time. You've got Orianna banned as well as Aurelia. OMG having to think about this.
I would expect to see Lee Sin pulled out from OMG right here. I think that they need to target a little bit at Chuen, although, like you said, finding a lot of success on that Elise, but they need to turn something around in the mid and the jungle synergy. Allen and Cool are not on the same wavelength.
Yeah, speaking of junglers, it really has been a tale of one on the rise and one on the downturn. I don't think I've seen anything really that impressive from Drug in the last 48 hours.
It's very unfortunate to watch the Yasuo ban being taken away. Cool not going to get to play that. Did get it earlier. Didn't mean anything for him, so...
Still respecting it, though. Despite the fact that he has been in a bit of trouble, LGD is smart enough to know... Yeah, I think that is the option here. I mean, Cool is scary on any number of assassins, and Ari arguably fits, or definitely fits that mold, but they're really thinking about what